I'm going to show you how we get our emails from the properties. Once they sold, you do this like once every 6 months, or sometimes even once a year. We just look at a few the properties that have been sold in the last month, and we send them to Fiverr so they can get us the emails and phone numbers as well. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna use go to IMAP, and you're gonna do for each building. In this turn, I'm gonna show you how to do it with Grandview Palace. So once the IMAP is open, you're gonna search for the address of Grandview Palace here in property address. Then you're gonna do sale date, and you're gonna go back for the last time you did it. This time we did it in June, so I'm gonna go back in June. We actually did it on June 9, but I just want to go back to June 1st just in case I missed anything. Then once you have those two things, you're gonna start search, and this is gonna show up all the ones that they sold during that period of time. If you see here, it's 1 to 26 results. You're gonna get, once you have all the results, you're gonna go here where it says download results, and you're gonna go here where it says full tax record, and you're gonna download all fields CSV, and you're gonna start download. Once you can open it here, and we're gonna need we're just gonna need the owner's address and the property address. It's two different things. The property address will be the unit that's located at Grandview Palace, and the owner address is wherever the owner lives. Most of the time is the same place. The property address will be the same as the owner's address, but sometimes that varies. So I'm just gonna go and look up until owner starts. It's usually on CS. If you check here on the top, it's telling you like AE, AF. So I'm just gonna look for CS because I believe that's where it starts, the information that we need. So you go all the way to CS, which will be here. As you can see here is owner name. So everything else you can delete before that. Then you're gonna delete also, if there's an owner name, you leave it there, of course. Then owner address too, you can delete. All of these information you're gonna delete. The only thing you're gonna need is owner address 1, owner city, owner state, and owner postal code. So everything else you're gonna delete until you get here. Property address line 1. I'm gonna delete everything else. So once you have your property address, we're gonna need property address, property city, property state, and property zip code. So I'm gonna delete all of it until except for the things I need, which will be city, which is here. Then here will be state, and here is zip code. Everything else I'm gonna delete. Remember, you can select multiple columns by pressing Shift and then clicking. That way it's easier for you. Once you have it like this, that you would have owner name 2, owner address, owner city, owner state, owner postal code, property address, property city, property state, property zip code. You're gonna go here and go export to CSV, and you're gonna save it as the building that it is. I already have it here, so I'm not gonna save it. I just want to show you. Now, if you're doing it, it's going to be the same for all the buildings. If you have multiple buildings like the 360, you would have to search building by building and then put them together. I can show you here. I already did it for the Caribbean, for example. I can show you here on the 360. Here, as you can see, I already did building A, the ones that were sold on building A, the ones that were sold on building B, and the ones that were sold on building C. 17 and 14, we didn't sell anything these past few months, so that's why it's not showing. But that's how it should look after you've done all the buildings. Now, if you want to do a house, that changes a little bit. So instead of putting an address here, what you're gonna do is put the sale date. Again, it's gonna be from the last time you did it. In this case, it's June. And we're gonna do here where is the map search area. You're gonna do select a map area. We're gonna look for Norway Village. Get close to it so it's easier to see. So now that you're here, you're gonna select. I'm gonna show you how to do the Norway Village one. It would be the same for Normandy. So what you would do is like select this area of Norway Village. I'm using a polygon thing that you can use, or you can also use a rectangle if it's easier for you. I'm only selecting this area of Norway Village because Norway Village is all of this, but really in this area is the only part that you could find homes. Here or here, you won't find any homes really. It would be kind of like this, but I'm just getting as much information as I can. Once you confirm your selection, it's gonna show like this, and you're gonna go here on one of these sections. You're gonna look up for stories, and you're gonna put 1. I'm just saying that I want 1 story because I don't want any condos to appear, nothing that's like multifamily. So I'm gonna search, and these are the houses that have been sold. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'm gonna download results, full text record, get all that information that I just did, and export it. It will be the same for Normandy. For Normandy, it would be the same. You would just select just the Normandy Al, which is this one here, and you would do exactly the same as with the Normandy Norway Village homes. Once you already have all of the results here of each building, you're gonna open Fiverr. You're gonna go to Fiverr and you're gonna log in. I have the account information on the cheat sheet of passwords that I did. So after you log in, you're gonna look here at orders or messages, and you're gonna look for a guy called Skip Trace. You're gonna select the message and you're gonna contact him. What I usually do is I just copied whatever I sent him back last time, the message, because we always want the same result. So I'm just telling him, hey, can you please get me the mobile phone numbers and emails of these files? Please do them separately, like passwords. I'm including the property address, owner's name, and mailing address for the owners. And you're gonna grab all of your documents here, and you're gonna drop them inside of here. All of these are gonna load. Once loaded, you can send. Once you're sure that you have all the billings, and you're gonna wait for him to answer back, and it will send to him. We won't wait for an answer back. He is on the other side of the world, so he takes a little while to answer.
Okay,
maybe
now
tomorrow I'll have
Fiverr
an
already
answer.
has finished the delivery. Here you can see it. He would give you 1 by 1 for per building with the results. I already took the time to download it. If you can see here, it's gonna look something like this. I'm gonna open one so you can see it. It's gonna look like this. It's gonna have the owner name, but it's gonna show wireless. These are all the mobile phones that they could find for that person. We don't really care about landlines, so we don't select those. And then every email they could find from that person, and so on, so on. So what I like to do is I'm gonna do one of each. I'm gonna do one for emails and one for phone numbers, because then we're gonna need it to import it, and we're also gonna need it to in case that for emails we're gonna use them to cleaning them. To see how I clean them, you can go to the other video that I did of Dbounce as the website we use to clean the emails. So right now what you're gonna do is, of this one, for example, I'm going to show you with Lexi. In fact, I'm going to show you with a bigger one like Grandview Palace. And then I'm going to duplicate it. I like to put, like this one for example, I'm going to use for phone numbers. So I'm going to write phone numbers in this one, and then the other one would be emails. And you would do that with all of them, just so we can start working on them. So I'm going to do that, and I'll meet you at the end. So now that you're here, of course, we're gonna need the phone number. So one thing I'm gonna do, what you're gonna need is the names, the wireless ones. As I said before, we don't really care about the landline ones, so we can delete all of those. And I would like to have the unit numbers. Once we import them to like Nivaldo's phone number, we like to, mostly on Nivaldo's phone number, we like to put it as unit numbers instead of the name of the owner. But as I said, we're gonna delete everything else that we don't need. So it would be all of this. And now we only need the phone numbers. So what I like to do is I like to organize it I sort the numbers so that only the ones that have phone numbers appear on the top. Then as you can see here, we have a second wireless and a third wireless. That means that the person probably has more than one. So what I like to do is I like to, first of all, I'm going to delete the ones that don't have phone number, because what I need is the phone numbers. Also, you can delete this one. I only need one owner name. So then what you're going to do is sort this one now, the second row. And as you can see, only these persons have a second phone number. So what I do is I add another row, and I copy from where the phone numbers start, all the owners all the way to the top, plus their property addresses. And I grab the phone numbers and I put them here. The same with the third one, I'm gonna sort it. Then all the ones that have phone number here, which is from here all the way to here, I'm gonna add them again to the bottom row. And again, all their phone numbers, respective phone numbers. If you do it like this, they will be in order, so you don't have to worry if like this is the right owner of that. It's already in order. After you have all the numbers, you can delete it, and this is what you have. You can go ahead and export it as a CSV. And you can just replace it from the one that's there, because that one we're not gonna use any longer. So once it's done, this one you can delete, it's fine. We just need the CSV. So as you can see here, it's already been replaced, and you can see that it's already the one we did. So what we're gonna do is to go now and do the emails, which is gonna be exactly the same. I'm gonna need the owner address, which I'm gonna move all the way to the all the way. I'm just trying to move it, but it's being difficult. Okay, so property address, owner name. We don't really need these ones, so I'm gonna delete it. And now I'm looking, as I said, emails. So we're gonna delete everything that's not the emails. Again, in this one, you can see there's more than one email for each person. So it's going to be very similar to what we did, actually identical to what we did for the numbers. So first I'm going to sort this one. This one doesn't have any emails, as you can see, it's all empty, so I'm going to delete it. And then for this one, everybody has another email, so what I'm going to do is add a row below, copy all of the owners and property addresses, paste it, and grab all of the second emails and paste it. And it's going to be the same for the third email, since everybody has an email. So I'm going to grab these ones. What we're trying to do, so that you understand, is that I only need, the way we import it, it can only be in one column or row. So that's why I'm putting all of the emails in one row. That's all I'm doing. But I'm also like checking that the email that I'm putting is next to the actual owner of that email. Oops. So that's it. So once you've done it like this, don't forget to export it as a CSV, because if not, it's gonna save it as numbers, and we don't really need that. We need the CSV, and you can also replace it to the old one, so you don't get a lot of documents on your desktop and it's becoming a mess. Once you have these you're gonna be able to go to dbounce.com and clean it. I have a video about that. I'm gonna leave the link in the description of this video so you can check it out, how to do it. In that video, I'm going to show you the whole process of also deleting the rows, but you can skip that part if you've already have this result. Then the rest, this one for phone numbers, I'm going to make a video about how to import this into texting base.